Morning, YouTube. Oh wait, maybe it's like 3:40 in the morning. You still up drinking, YouTube? Maybe that's me. Anyways, okay. So I just through these contests, man, it's awesome. You discover new people. So I just subscribed to AnimalVader. Maybe I've seen him in the comments. You read people's comments. Some of these names seem familiar. But when they do a contest like this, it kind of makes you take notice a little bit. And so AnimalVader's got a contest, and we're going to do this thing. We're going to do it up right. What, Gimpy? Okay. Good Lord, man. Good Lord. Oh, there he is again. Hi, Gimpy. Oh, I know. There you go. So anyways, his question is, and eventually we're going to run out of questions on these videos. These video responses. You have to get really creative eventually. It's like, who wore the best color shoes in a comic book? So, I mean, what are we going to do eventually? We still have questions now, but what are you going to do in the future? By the time I get to 100 subscribers in 2015, probably not even that. Probably further than that. 2020? Yeah, what we gonna do? What's your favorite purple cover? It's vodka, people. Okay, before we do this, let's just do it. I work nights, that's why I can drink at night. Okay, anyway, so his question was, what was the first comic you bought? That's what I understood it. Not what's the first comic you remember getting. So, I mean, if it was that'd be a different question. And this may not be the first comic I bought, but it's the first one that made an impact up here. I remember getting this, and I remember paying for it myself. So, and I think it's a doozy. This comic had an impact. I collected comics, from my, 7, 8, 9, 10-year-old to 22, and I dropped most things I bought. 2 comics I kept buying. Alpha Flight, and then I stopped that. Well, no. You know what? No, this was a stupid decision. I kept collecting Alpha Flight, and I stopped collecting this. Alpha Flight ended, and none of those comics are worth anything. Which I still love me some old Alpha Flight. This comic, the last issue, is worth $100, $150. So, the one that's worth the most is the last issue. Okay, here it is. So, this is the first comic I remember buying that actually had an imprint in this little mine. This would have been 82, so this would have been a 12-year-old. Any other comic that I bought before that was probably handing my parents, and they bought it. But this was me, with whatever money I had in my pocket, having to get G.I. Joe #1. And if any of you younger guys out there don't know anything about you've heard of G.I. Joe. Man, go back and collect these old comics, man. Seriously. The cartoons were a little cheesy. This comic is great. It's great. So, so G.I. Joe #1 will be the first thing I remember buying. And it had an impact, but apparently not an impact enough I didn't stop collecting it and kept collecting Alpha Flight. So, what's up with that? $155, $150, whatever it is. Don't own that one. Don't have the last 4 issues. I stopped. But I got all the Alpha Flight. Worth nothing. I could probably sell that box of Alpha Flight for $50 for the whole series. Anyways, so it'd be G.I. Joe #1. So that's my entry into his contest. So, okay, thanks, AnimalVader.